Hello and welcome back to the third in these videos. I'm going to get in, I'm going to go and save this. And what did I do there? I did a shell and extrude on the path. Okay, so in this one, I'm going to look at the back of it and I'm going to spin it around, have a little look, and I'm going to array a series of holes onto here. Now, if you think about objects that are made, if this was full of electrics and components, it would generate heat, so it would need to have some way of venting it out. Now, when I finish this, I'm going to render it and have a light inside, a kind of red, sinister light, and I want it to bleed out through both the lens at the front, and out through the back here as well. So I'm going to look at that and I want to think about where I'm going to put this. Now I'm going to sketch my initial feature onto here, which I'm then going to box array along the back. Now I could sketch into the middle here, so but when I split this down the middle, I don't want to split the hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw onto here. Now again, I'm going to keep this nice and easy. Let's have a little look at this. So it's 5. Let's make it 4. Now it's still blue, so I'm going to constrain it so it's in place. Now let's have a little look. So my constraints, I'm just going to put in as dimensions. So that's 5. So let's make that. Let's make that. Give it 5. Yeah, 5 looks good. Still blue and needs to be constrained in the other direction as well. So I'm going to take that across to there, and it's not going to like that. Let's cancel that, and let's constrain it from the middle of that to that. Doesn't want to do that. Why does it not want to do that? Who knows? Well, let's keep it 5. It's one of the wonders of solid modeling, I suppose. It's about problem solving, is it? Things go wrong all the time. I suppose it's like life, and it's about how you deal with them and how you sort those problems out is where the real victory is. So I've got that constrained. It's turned black. So I'm going to then select that feature, simple extrude, and I'm going to cut it through the object. Now I know my object is 6 mil thick, so I'm going to choose 6. In this case, I'm going to choose -6. There we go, -6. Now I'm going to have a little look. I'm going to inspect it inside, see what's going on, and that looks pretty good. It's all the way through, nice and neat, perfect. So I'm going to switch that back off, and I'm going to array it. Now in here, they call it a pattern, and in most software I've ever used, they call it a pattern, but we call it an array. So I'm going to take my array, and it brings up this menu over here. Now it's looking for me to either select a feature, a body. Now I want the whole feature done, so I'm going to choose the feature in the tree, and it's selected it, as you can see there. I'm going to choose the direction it wants me to go in, and I want to go down the way like that, and it generates these 2 arrows. Now these 2 arrows I can drag, and I can have multiple copies of each. I can put them at distance. I can increase the number of them like that. Now obviously as I drag them out, let's have a little look. So this is kind of by eye. I'm not really doing any real size in here, but let's see. So that's 15, and let's make that 15. How does that look? How does that look? Pretty good. And this one is 26. So let's make that look like a 30. Oh, -30. Yeah, I quite like that. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to accept that, and I've got my holes arrayed into there. Now that's quite interesting. If I zoom in, I can actually see that those holes actually interfere with that radius on the inside. Now that would be a difficult thing to cast, but I could go back in. I could change the positions of those holes, or I could change the positions of those fillets. So what I might do is go back in and change the positions of that fillet. So I'm going to take a print screen off of that, and I'll go back to my other one, and I'm going to paste that in there like that. And I'm kind of building up my little diary of what happened along the way. Right, So I'll change that later on. Now I want to mirror this to the other side. So in here I've got mirror, and it's looking for me to choose faces or choose features. So I want to mirror that pattern. But now you notice that that pattern only includes the holes that are generated from the other one. They're not including that initial one as well. So I have to make sure I select the initial one too. So I've got two objects selected that I want to mirror, and then I want to take it on my plane. So because of the way I've drawn it, I know that that center axis there, datum, is right in the middle. So if I look at that, I'm happy with that, and I'm going to accept that. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to roll back and alter that fillet, and then I'm going to save it, and you can join me for the next video. Thank you.